This is the first in a series of videos to help you make the most of your iPad during your time as a student. Feel free to pause the video at any time. You can also jump through the video as it's divided into chapters. This first video goes through the basics of your iPad. The second set of videos explores different ways in which you can use your iPad as a tool for study linked to cloud services. The final video offers places to go for further support. You can name your device by going to Settings, General, and About. You can let other people nearby send you content using Airdrop. This works over Bluetooth. On iOS 11, start with your finger off the edge of the screen. Pull up from the bottom to show the control center. On iOS 12, pull down from the top right-hand corner. Make sure Bluetooth is enabled. Hold on the AirDrop icon and change Receiving on your device to Everyone. Now people can AirDrop content to you. This is useful for websites, notes, documents, contact details, and images. When you've finished and don't want your device to be seen by anyone else, turn AirDrop off. Apps can be organized into folders. Hold down any app until they all start shaking. Now drag one app on top of another. This automatically makes a folder which can be named. Apps and content that you frequently use can be dragged to the dock at the bottom of the screen. To do this, hold any app down briefly until all the apps start shaking, and now hold your finger down on an app or a folder to drag it to the dock. Apps can be dragged off the dock in the same way, and when you've finished, press the home button once. The App Store you may be used to is for personal use. You can use this to download free and paid apps for use personally. There is also another App Store which is for education audiences. Apps have been curated for you by staff, and these are available to you via self-service. The advantage of downloading from self-service is that you can browse through apps that staff have identified that will be particularly useful to you. These apps may have been purchased by the university and are available here to you at no cost, and it is far faster downloading from here in self-service at the university. The first time you open self-service, you may need to enable notifications. Click on Allow or Always Allow. From iOS 10 onwards, the camera has QR scanning built in. If you see a QR code, simply open the camera and point it at the QR code. You'll be prompted to open the link in Safari. If you want to be able to download your own apps, books and music, you need to set up an Apple ID. You may not wish to attach any payment details to your new Apple ID. If so, do the following. Go to the App Store and find an app that is free. Tap to Get It, and you'll be prompted to sign in with an existing ID or to create a new Apple ID. Follow the instructions to set up a new Apple ID. Note that you must use a valid email address, as you will need to verify the email address and therefore the Apple ID you are using. Use a personal address, as this will stay with you after your time at university. It's recommended that you also include your mobile phone number, as this can be used for two-factor authentication, which is an additional layer of security. You don't need to provide a real home address. Once you've completed the steps, you'll receive a confirmation email at the address you provided. Follow the link and your account is ready for you. You will also receive 5 GB of free backup space, which you can upgrade personally if you wish. Backup is vital. There are two different aspects here: backing up your work and backing up your device. It is recommended that you back up your work by saving everything you do into OneDrive. You have storage provided for you as part of your subscription to Office 365. If you make a habit of saving everything you do into OneDrive, you know your work is safe and accessible by logging into your account anywhere on any device. You can also back up your device completely, which will include your photos, possibly your contacts and calendars, and all your settings in iCloud. It's recommended that you keep your work and device backups separate. Some of you may come to university with English as a second or third language. Sometimes you may just want to study resources in your first language. You can do this in different ways. If you want to write notes or dictate notes in a different language, go to Settings, Keyboard, and tap at the top of the screen to see existing keyboards. Tap to add a new keyboard. Scroll through and find the language you wish to use. It will then appear in the list of keyboard languages. To make sure this works, open up any app that uses a keyboard such as OneNote or Word. Tap and hold the globe icon on the left-hand side of the keyboard to bring up a list of keyboard languages. Select the one you wish to use. If you need accented characters, hold down the corresponding letter on the keyboard. You can also use the dictation feature instead of typing notes. Choose your keyboard language first, then tap the dictation button on your keyboard, which looks like a microphone. Allow access if prompted. Now talk and your voice will be converted into text in your own language. Another very useful app is Google Translate. The app works in different ways. Here is one feature. You can set up a language to translate from and a language to translate to. Then use your iPad to scan the text. This text can then be copied and pasted into other applications. iOS on iPad comes with a myriad of accessibility features built in, including assistive support for users with visual, auditory, or motor difficulties. iPad can be paired with hearing aids that are made for iPad or iPhone. A coloured overlay can be enabled under display accommodations for people who may have a visual stress, such as Erland syndrome. Switch access is supported for people with a motor difficulty. Find the accessibility features by going to Settings, General, Accessibility. One particularly useful feature is Speech. This option enables highlighted text to be spoken to you. For more information, go to apple.com/UK/accessibility. For more information about how to use your iPad, download the free iPad User Guide. Open the Books app and go to the bookstore. Search for iPad in the top right-hand corner, and the first book in the list will always be the official, most up-to-date Apple Guide. The next short videos in this series explore how iPad can be used as a tool for study and where to go for additional support. They can be watched in any order.